Hello there, my name is Rachel. I can talk about animation, and today we talk about Velma, episode 7 and episode 8. And this two episode was still a little bit mediocre. I mean, they have some improvements, but I finally realized this series, if it got a little better, you have to realize the run is still a little bit terrible. But besides that, episode 7 is basically sort of the prom horror episode. They have sort of a frog problem and decide to make it sort of a horror themed sort of prom for everyone. And Velma trying to explain maybe this is sort of a bad idea because the serial killer still is outside, still not captured, but everybody trying to pretend, oh, it's a ghost. He's not real. It's just sort of a weird illusion. And that's sort of a good tribute to the original series because they sort of people believe ghosts and monsters are real, the original, so it sort of makes sense to make that in this show. But at the same time, them are trying to figure out, okay, I can stop them, but maybe I can stop the serial killer. But they actually realize one of her papers, her mom left up called Jinkies, has a phone number that she called, and she realized the serial killer answer, and also hear a lot of water noises, a lot of kind of ocean noises that she realized they end up here in there where's the prom. She decided to go straight to that. The only problem is she can't have a date because everybody hates her, so she pretends to be a guy to actually go inside the party, being not stopped if you don't have a date. And they kind of fall into, oh, being a guy, have it easy. So I be a guy, my whole world be in peace. In a way, as a guy, no. I mean, every little thing they do pretend the guy being more easier is one big ass lie. As a guy, please stop doing this. I mean, we have one, two things, but very end, not really. We have the same kind of awful scenario as women. And that's the truth. Like, you can flip it back and forth. The very end, we both have it bad. But besides that, I'm not going here about gender. I'm going to talk about Velma, episode 7. Now, during this time, Velma started realizing how she was treated because she's a guy, especially in relationship with Velma because she's too drunk, and they started talking to each other. Velma definitely realized who they were because Velma trying to be a guy. Everybody thought she was a guy. Velma spilled her beans, what she felt about her best friend, how she retreated, everything emotional baggage. And Velma realized she's sort of an asshole, not tempted to listen to her only friend she has. But that's nothing really new because the whole series, everybody's sort of awful. It's sort of hard to like someone, but I do like it. They all combine to help themselves to stop the serial killer. They find out in the boardwalk, but they sort of use that sort of Scooby-Doo running gag of the doors, like they try and going back and forth with sort of pop music from the 70s. But the only issue I have is sort of they just didn't do nothing with the music. They just copy and paste it. It feels sort of out of nowhere. If you could use old music, if you don't clean up or remake it of the modern times, that really does stand out. It doesn't feel nostalgic. It feels out of place. And that's a feeling I have. I feel they just put it there because they were lazy or just didn't care. Of course, during this time, you find out Fred needs to become the Fog King. If he's not, his family will disown completely. So he was super desperate to become the King of Fog. On top of all this, Shaggy also wanted to be king to press Gigi to realize I do care about her. But at the very end, he became sort of obsessed with Velma because everything he says, it does end up to Velma. So, yeah, Gigi are basically getting tired, getting more fiction, and party will break up in the next few episodes. After that, they stop the serial killer for at least taking one more life, and actually, the serial killer accidentally dropped his phone. And this phone, they realized he actually was in the forest of Crystal Cole. The next episode, episode 8, Velma trying to hack the phone and figure out where he is almost exactly, but they're using Gigi's cabin without Gigi's permission to go there and search about the murderer. And Gigi is sort of upset with Norval because he didn't tell them anything because she thought it would be a moment with her boyfriend all alone in the forest so he could get freaky. But of course, that was disappointing because Norma still says, with Velma, every mistake he does is because of Velma. He couldn't basically stop being a simp. That started getting frustrated and tiring. Even Norma is the only one is a basically a decent character. They keep ruining him because he's still a simp. Of course, during this time, Fred got captured, and you also find out the other girls are still alive because they're in jars, and Fred's sort of freaking out, doesn't know what to do, and it became resetting to the kind of asshole Fred he is, cheating and lying to the girls. Even their brains, he's doing stuff with them. Kind of, he didn't show you, but it's sort of implied. It's just sort of weird. But besides that, Gigi, Shaggy, Velma, and Daphne having arguments, feel getting betrayed. All this fighting, they fall into a hole to the cavern to accidentally find Fred inside sort of a closet that would be experiment the rest of the brains. During this time, they actually accidentally find Velma's mother, that she's still alive. But every time she's trying to explain what actually is going on, they get interrupted because the cavern will keep destroying itself in an attempt to escape it. But even they do escape, Velma's trying to ask who is the murderer. Velma mom says she doesn't remember, that she has sort of amnesia. And that's basically what happened in the first two episodes. And I have to say, it was mediocre. I mean, you have a lot of interesting, fun ideas, like the fog episode. That if you go in the fog, everything sort of changes. Like your clothes change for some apparent reasons. You have a phone, you have a pencil, and depends where you go with the fog. The fog sort of teleports you a different direction, without actually knowing. Yeah, I thought that was sort of interesting and fun, but because of the lousy writing, they can never go full potential. He also did episode 8 was an interesting, fun idea because they want to do sort of Tarantino. They want to do sort of cut the whole episode in pieces and rearrange it with flashbacks so you can kind of have thoughts, okay, this is the end of the very beginning, so how they get there. They cut to flashbacks in between to kind of set your mind where they were in certain moments so it happened to the very end. Once again, a fun idea, but the only problem is the lousy writing. They just don't know how to do a good joke, ruins the whole fun episode. Now, all of that, I really can't say much. I mean, I like some of the ideas, but the characters just keep resetting some per reason. I mean, they have development, but certain points they just want to reset to their assholes ways to not be likable. I mean, one big example is Fred, that he needs to be the prom king because of the parents. That's sort of sympathetic, but they just sort of keep ruining the moments to actually care about Fred. I mean, Fred has potential, Shaggy has potential, Velma definitely has potential to be refreshing, unique. It's just the writing, it's just not working. I really got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.